Okay, yeah. So, you guys are basically recovering from the battle against the Gibbet King, who uh, actually did pretty well against. I mean, I'd like to I mean, it was a near fought thing right at the end, but actually, you came out pretty well. All
Mm-hmm.
things considered,
Hmm.
it was a very successful battle. You held the line long enough that, and you even defeated the Gibbet King. You dropped the bridge
Mm-hmm.
and watched the
Yes.
Gibbet King burn in the water, which they did not enjoy. Um,
I enjoyed it. It was great.
It was. It really was.
just so much fun. Um,
In a non-shadow way, by the way.
in a non-shadow way. Oh, except for some people who are, already festering maniacs who secretly want to murder people now. Don't know what that's about. Just saying. Now,
Buren's a bit odd lately.
yeah, Buren's been a bit
More odd than normal.
Buren's been a
Yeah,
little.
we're on.
Buren's been a bit titchy, hasn't he? He's been a bit titchy.
Yeah.
Stay away from my food.
Mine. So the good news is you don't actually have to do a travel roll to go from the crossing of Kildoon all the way back to Dale. How's that for positive good news?
What?
Yay, no travel rolls. Yay. Okay. Yeah, so if you have any wounds or have any loss of endurance, you may restore it all. You may remove all fatigue.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you are completely rested.
But can we regain
no longer
any
wounded for
hope?
3
though?
days.
You
Can we regain double hope having just fought a major battle?
greed? Do you hear the greed in your voice? The neediness
No, just
of it.
taking it.
Just the neediness of it.
Absolutely. On 5 and my shadow's 4.
Sounds like a you problem. Okay, so
Yeah, take inspiration.
so after you've arrived in Dale, you are given opportunity to recover and rest. You may I mean, you're not getting a fellowship phase, but you are going to get a rest. So, how about I give you all? You'll love this. I'll give you I'll give you back your fellowship points. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, we can
Come on.
get
Yeah.
Now you've got 6 hope to spread between you. How nice is that?
Well, it sounds like Rosendale needs 2, and the rest of us can all take 1.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. That lets me do things.
Alright, so you've been resting for a couple of days. I think one of you was wounded. I can't remember. I think one of you.
I was
Yes,
terribly
Apple.
wounded.
Oh, that's right. You were. Yeah, you
Poor old
were.
Apple.
So you've
Yeah.
been receiving treatment from elven healers who've come to Dale to help treat all the people who got poisoned, but also the people who've come back from the battle at the crossing of Kildoon injured. About 3 days into your rest, you're all sort of relaxed. It's been a really rough little run. A dwarf comes and finds you. Now, this dwarf is kind of dressed as a traveller. They're not, so a lot of the dwarves that you see around Dale in particular are pretty well dressed, like they're pretty wealthy and they kind of wear it. This guy is wearing sort of grey travelling clothing. He's got a very workman-like weapon. I think he carries an axe. I can't remember what ore he carries. And, just kind of very bog standard armour and armament. He would probably come and find Buren in the first instance, I think. Just because you're actually a dwarf of Erebor. So Buren, Ori, who you recognise pretty much instantly because he's pretty damn famous. Like, he's one of the 13 companions. So he's one of the companions of Thorin Oakenshield.
Wow. Which one is he?
He's Ori.
Wait, let me
He's
Google him.
He's pretty much one of the. I think Ori's like one of the sort of top flight fighter types.
Yeah.
That's not Gimli's?
Oh, actually,
No.
no, that's Gloin.
No.
He's son of Gloin.
Gloin.
Yeah.
That's Gloin.
Okay.
But I actually
Yeah.
suspect Ori is Gloin's cousin, or maybe even brother.
Yeah, they are cousins.
Yeah.
And Ori's brother is Dory and Nori.
Oh, he's that.
They're very creative.
One.
Yeah.
So Ori's got some bad news coming in his future because I'm pretty sure Ori's one of the dwarves that goes to Moria.
Yep.
Ah.
That's right.
I see.
Oh yeah, he is. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, let's not dwell on what might happen to Ori in the future. Right now,
He's very positive right now.
He's very positive, full of life.
He is, and he has arrived, ready to bring you directly to King Dane. You and your
Nice.
companions.
Okay.
So,
What?
the King Under the Mountain. So, as you may or may not recall, last time it was quite difficult to get under the mountain. As non-dwarves,
They didn't want to let us in.
They did not. Now, good Buren. I am pleased to finally make your acquaintance. Dane has heard troubling things of our enemy to the south that he believes yourself and your companions may wish to provide us some information on. We know that you have had multiple encounters with this thing, this creature of darkness, the one they call the Gibbet King. And it would be helpful if you could bring yourself and your companions with me, so that we may go under the mountain and counsel King Dane on what we should do next.
Oh, of course. If King Dane requests this of me, of course I will oblige. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so it's only like less than a day's travel from Dale to the front gates of Erebor. So it's literally a single hex. So you travel along the road, which has obviously been opened. There's a lot of dwarves travelling back into the mountain, having gone south and fought in the battle at Kelduin. And they give you side eyes, but the fact that you're travelling with Ori kind of means no one asks you any confronting questions. It's not really how they roll. They particularly give you side eye, Roven. Still a lot of distrust between the dwarves and the woodsmen and the wood elves. However, you are
You wear a hat.
That's right. Wear a hat that hides your ears, man. You can do a kind of, which was number 4? What was it called? Anyway, the one where Spock wears the kind of thing.
Oh, the search for, the one where he does the headband thing.
Yeah, you could do that. That's what I'm thinking.
The journey home. That's right, with the whales.
Yeah, whales. We need to bring whales back to Earth so that they can, communicate with the aliens who are shitty that we wiped them out. Yeah, message for all of us in that.
Okay, I'll flourish the ears because that means it just looks silly considering I'm wearing elven stuff anyway.
Okay, so as you pass into Erebor proper, you come through the front gates this time, so you're just walking straight in through the front gates. You're travelling through the giant halls. There are dwarves everywhere. Erebor is still very much a city undergoing renewal. The dwarves are working the stone, fixing things or repairing things that were damaged under the under smog. There are no dwarves singing that song. Basically, except for Buren, you all become completely lost. There's all these stairwells that you're taken down and then up and then through. You walk past corridors. There is, at one moment, and Buren, this particularly speaks to you now because you've got a bit going on in this space. You do come past the Great Hall that Smorg used to rest in, where all the treasure was kept. And yeah, you definitely don't. You feel a certain tug when you go past that place, and you can smell the sulfur in that room. It feels like it'll never leave. You feel the tug of greed, my friend. There's a definitive sense of greed and a desire for the ownership of things when you go past that place.
It's still full of gold.
No. Actually, a lot of the treasure was handed out. It was shared amongst all of the forces that fought in the Battle of the Five Armies. It's actually what funded the building of Dale.
Okay.
What caused the Battle of the Five Armies?
It is what caused the Battle of Five Armies. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
sort of. At least in part.
Yeah.
At least in part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tipping point.
Yeah.
All right. So, having taken you down and through all of these passages, you reach the bottom. You've now gone beyond where the dragon's presence ever was. You're now in these much quieter halls. They're still well lit. There's torches and lanterns hanging everywhere. You come to a door. The door actually has runes on it that none of you except Buren can read because they're actually dwarven runes. They're not elvish runes. They're actually dwarvish ones. So this place is pretty specific.
Yeah.
Inside the hall, he presses on the door swings open, and in front of you, you can see that there's King Dane, the king under the mountain.
And he really is deep under the mountain.
He really is deep under the mountain. He is the king under the mountain.
He's like in a billionaire's bunker.
Exactly right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
Say something, Buren.
Yeah, there's just to be clear, there's just Ori, Dane, another dwarf who looks old, really old. Dane is wearing a mithril crown, so a crown of mithril. However, on his feet are the iron-banded shoes of a miner.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool. Lord Dane, you have requested my party. I have you have asked and I have come.
Excellent. And who are your companions?
This is my good friend Rovan Dole and my good friend Eora, and also my friend the Hound, and my newly acquainted friend Apple. They have traveled very far, and we've gone through many adventures, and we are honored to assist you in whatever quest you may desire, my lord.
Excellent. Can you make I assume you don't want to make a courtesy roll, so I'll assume you're going to make an all roll. Can you make an all roll for me, please?
Yeah, courtesy roll. Yeah, be terrible.
Who's gonna go?
Right, that's a few sixes. A great success, nice.
Freshly back from the battle, he's flexing.
He's flexing. Ooh. Excellent. Well, so as I am sure you're aware, we have been under great assault from this thing, this servant of the Dark One. But I feel we should return to the beginning of this tale, some of which you may not know. So let us begin in the most useful of places. At the beginning of last year, a merchant of Esgaroth arrived at the doors of Dale, and then onto our very doors. One Lockmand. Now, he had a treasure that had been lost to our people for centuries in his that he had coverage of. A shield that once belonged to Thror, the grandfather of Thorin Oakenshield. So that shield was passed from Thror to his son Thrain, and then it was believed lost when he disappeared in Mirkwood. He claimed to have bought it in a market far to the south. We now realise that that was not the case. In exchange for the shield, Lockman wanted a payment in gold, and a fair price was arranged. He also asked as a favour for a look in our records. He claimed to be a buyer and seller of treasures and relics, and he hoped that the old books might contain information useful to him. But we do not let foreigners easily into our chamber of records, and we deliberated for some time before finally refusing his request. So at this point, the really old dwarf steps forward. My lord. But then one night, we were awoken by strange sounds coming from this hall. He points around him. You realise now that there are books and scrolls placed in the wall all around you. The Hall of Mazarbal. I descended to investigate, and whatever it was fled before I could see it. I searched the vaults but found nothing amiss, and then I soon forgot the matter. The truth is, I was not diligent enough. One book was out of place, and I did not notice. It was only when news reached the mountain of Lockmard's treachery in Dale that I recognised the name and made a fuller search of the vault and found out what had happened. At this point, he brings forth a large tome bound in metal. The book is obviously old, but well preserved. This book is one of a great many similar records detailing the building of the works and the fortifications of the kingdom under the mountain. This particular volume describes a watchtower that our folk built in the Grey Mountains to the north. Its purpose was to keep watch on the withered Heath and send us a warning south should one of the great worms that lived there ever threaten to cross the mountains. No dwarf living today knows if the watchtower was attacked by Smorg before he came to Erebor, or if the warning came too late. In any event, as far as we can tell, the watchtower has been deserted for many a year. He shows you the book, and you can see that someone has cut a page from it. We do not know why the merchant seeks an abandoned watchtower. We don't even know if Lockman's theft has anything to do with the recent attack on Dale. But I sent a raven north to look and investigate the watchtower, and the raven has not returned. I worry that danger still hangs over Dale and the mountain.
I, for one, share your fear. That merchant Lockmar was a betrayer of the worst kind. I can hardly describe how great his betrayal has been.
So, what? Okay, so what information can you share with me that might give us, perhaps by bringing together all that we know, both of Lockmand and the book, we can discover whatever it is that these folk, these worshippers of the Dark One, are planning.
Well, Lockmar was deep in the schemes and plans of the Gallow King. So I can only assume that he was sent by the Gallow King to find this particular information out.
And we know of the chain.
What is it of this
Yeah.
chain that you speak of? Oh, can I get Eoris, do you want to make a roll for me?
Yep.
Yeah. It can be ore. It can be persuade. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It can be. It can be insight. Let me guess which one it's going to be.
I think
Ore.
I'm going to go with some ore. Yeah, let's go with some ore.
Oh yeah, well that was a good choice.
Great success.
Yep. So tell me about. So you are correct in your understanding that Lockman must have been deep in the council of this Gibbet King. Or Gallow King, what is this chain you speak of?
Robin Dole knows the most of this.
I've forgotten it as a person though.
It's the chain of Thungarum or whatever it's called. It's the chain.
Thangorodrim.
Thangorodrim. It was actually possibly made by Melkor himself.
Yeah.
Or Morgoth, I should say, himself.
Yeah.
Morgoth.
Well, we'll convey it all to him anyway.
Do you want to make a roll? You can use law if you want. I'll give you a bonus die because you've already kind of got most of it.
Got all the detail. Yep. Okay. Law with a bonus die. Bink. That's pretty ordinary.
Yeah, it's still a great success.
Yeah.
All right. So
we do not know why he wants to use it, but
Yeah.
Did we not see Lockmar when we were actually scouting out that chapel?
Yes.
Yes.
He
was
one of the
the
two
guy.
things.
He was
The
the
Gladden
human.
Field.
Yeah.
Human who talked to the
Yeah.
king. Along with the big nasty orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were sent by Radagast to explore the workings of the Dark Ones in the Gladden Fields, and at that time we did not realise who it was that we saw, but after Lockmar's betrayal at Dale and capture, we realised that we had seen him in this dark stronghold at Gladden Fields talking with the Gallow King and the most evil orc, huge, and in the presence of this evil chain. Right.
And do you have any thoughts about what they might be planning?
Thought it was just the attack on Dale. But if he's stolen information about this watchtower to the north, then it must be a multi-pronged attack that was conceived of? I don't know. Does not sound good, whatever it is.
A multi-pronged attack, you think? So you think that
to come from the north and the south?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we know that the forces of Dol Guldur have been building, and we've set them back a little bit with the Battle of the Crossing of Kaldun.
Mm-hmm.
But there has to be more up north. And if you're saying that this tower was there to prevent dragons, like to alert you of dragons crossing the borders, then are there not dragons still up there?
Yes.
Maybe the chain is going to be used against the dragon in some way.
Yeah, because remember, that is something you do know. So the chain definitely was used to control or to hold dragons.
Yes.
That was something you did work out.
So that was my theory, is that they're seeking to control a dragon for whatever purposes.
Right. Okay. These are impressive thoughts. Tell me, so general question, do either Apple or Hound want to add anything to this conversation?
There's a lot going on. I think Apple's just kind of looking around and a little bit intimidated.
It's your first king.
Yeah.
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 I think the Hound. I mean, he's not much of a talker. It's not really his skill set. He's going to let the other people kind of try and convey the ideas to the important people. I think if he's trying to step in, it's just going to make things worse, probably.
Okay. All right.
No, but you've got good law and good battle.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
might have some strategic thoughts to contribute.
Yeah, I could come in with a more with a kind of a rough plan, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Do you want to make a battle roll?
Yeah, sure. I'm just pulling up. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great success and a 30 on the die. All right. Okay, so I guess with that, you're actually able pretty readily to convince him that there is a like a reality to your suggestion, that there's something going on here. Something he already suspects, so not hard for him to buy into. He would like. So his suggestion to you, noting you've now gotten up to 6 successes.
Let me get Toby's food out as well.
We don't know. So noting that, so Dane is pretty convinced that it's worth heading north to see what might be found. However, they don't know the exact location of the tower. The suggestion is that it will require some study to do that. Looking at you, Hound. So you might be able to uncover the actual location of the tower by studying the books in the chamber that you're in, and completely unusually, they're willing to let you do so. So can I? So Dane offers you the following. So because you are, this could be very dangerous. He will give you each 5 treasure,
Mhm.
just because he's Dane and he's stupidly wealthy. So you guys are racking it up, actually, cash-wise. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might actually stop being frugal soon.
Oh, I'm actually now common. So, yeah.
Wow.
I can upgrade my
What's
armor
the
if I
boundary
want.
for common?
isn't it
What is the
30?
boundary for
I'm up
30. 30's common.
30?
Oh my gosh, I'm common. I've got 40 treasure now.
40?
I haven't made it out of common yet, but
I am now common. I just hit 34 treasure.
wow, I'm at
Like
61.
common people
So-
like you.
Let's not ask Buren what he's at, because it'll make everyone else sad.
Look, yeah. However much treasure Buren has,
What's the? I have 90 something.
Yeah,
Um,
we've already got.
No, you've already tapped out, buddy. You can't actually get anything higher than you've already got. You're stupid wealthy.
yeah,
Oh, really?
you're at the
Yeah.
maximum
Okay.
wealth rating. I'm still technically common
Yeah.
because I'm
Well,
at
he can get up
61.
to, he can get up to 180 and just be filthy rich.
Yeah,
But that's a while off.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
does common... Hey,
Yeah.
one question. Does common mean you get 2 items?
Yes, 2 distinctive items now.
Ooh, that's worth thinking
And
about.
you also qualify for buying better armor and things as well.
Ah.
So it's a significant jump.
Just think of the fatigue. Anyway, sorry. Oh, no. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, distinctive
Yeah.
feature. What am I
Oh.
going to get now? Oh, I can't do it until you can't do it until your fellowship phase. I don't think.
What?
Well,
Okay.
if fellowship lets you change distinctive features, then probably
Yes.
it's logical that you can't get one and another one until fellowship phase.
Yes.
I
I
think
thought
that's
it was
right.
like,
I don't know,
yeah.
and I'm happy to be corrected.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if where this page that was stolen was, and would what's his face, Lockmar,
Yeah.
would he have had it on him when he went in the water? Or would it be in his possessions? Perhaps.
Well, you didn't find it on him.
Maybe put it in the chest.
No.
So I
That's
don't...
at the bottom of the lake.
I don't know. With the right incentive, Bruin can go and get that chest.
Yes.
The right incentive,
They
greed.
just walk in.
Greed is a good incentive for me.
That's right. What could
We'll
possibly
give you a
go
really,
wrong?
really long reed to breathe through, and you can just like walk along the bottom of the lake.
Oh, I don't know if I'm that crazy. Listen, what comes out of my mouth. Yeah.
All right, so we don't really know where that page ended up.
No, well, it was a year ago.
Oh, okay.
That it
Could
was
be
stolen.
anywhere.
So
Oh yes, that's right. It was a long time ago that was stolen.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's probably in Dol Guldur. Who wants to go fetch it from there?
There's your answer.
Yeah, no, not even I'm volunteering for that one.
I think Apple's had enough of being on the front lines for a bit.
Yeah, we need to go for a quiet
She
stroll
wants to
through the
sleep.
mountains for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor
Just a
Apple.
nice relaxing stroll through the northern mountains.
Could possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Alright,
you
well-
need someone to make a law roll to do the research. I'm looking at you, Hound. Is that a fair thing to look at?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you need any support? That, or are you good?
I will spend one of my own.
Look at you, just
Yeah.
Oh,
That was close.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that. God, yeah.
I'm loving the Gandalf and the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, it feels really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
You make the roll, which is actually what you needed to do to get the basic information.
Well,
So, the watchtower was dug into the tip of a mountain peak called Ziran Kimbar. Zira Kinbar. Zira Kinbar, an isolated horn of rock, rises about 80 miles north of Erebor on the southeastern arm of the Grey Mountains. So, let's say, let's put it just there, I reckon. Damn it, there's not one. Oh no, that'll do. 8 hexes, there you go. So, we'll put it, oh, pings aren't working. Damn it. My ping's working. Hold on a second. I got pings turned on still. I do. They're not working. That's annoying.
Oh, the map changed.
Okay. That's super weird. Alright, so the pings aren't working anymore, but anyway, just to be very clear on where it is. There.
Right. So is the Wild Heath this bit in between the two mountain ranges?
The Wild Heath is actually this bit between Erebor and everything above it. So,
Gotcha.
Right.
so the Wild Heath kind of goes kind of like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Alright, but I will get rid of that now. Alright, so that is where you need to go. Now, it takes you close to a fortnight of study to locate the actual location. So, in an unusual breakout of generosity... Oh, you seem to have 1 fellowship point left. Who didn't bring down a fellowship point? Anyway, whatever. You have another 6 fellowship points, so you can up your hope again.
Yay!
Who wants to get the 2 hope this time?
I'd like some hope. I have 6 hope.
Did
What does
you
everyone else have?
did you
I have
take a
5.
hope last time?
I took a hope last time, but I didn't use the interface to do it, the UI.
You would've-
Oh,
That must
that's
be
why.
why.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
He-
fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So I'm 7 of 12 at the moment.
I'm at 5 of 15.
I'm keeping them. Okay, well you need to take 2 then, Apple.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
at
you should take
5?
some.
Yeah, you should take 2.
2. Everybody else gets 1.
So
Yeah.
how do
Okay.
I use the UI? I just hit prolong rest.
Yeah.
You do the prolonged rest, yeah.
Type in about
I'm gonna type in 1 thing. Yeah, I was spending a lot of hope trying not to get even more terribly injured in the
Yeah.
last. Yeah.
Well, I think this is one of the key things about having characters reset is that the rest of the party ends up carrying them for a period of time
Yeah.
until they get themselves established with skills and things again. And
Yeah.
so not everybody changes at once in the middle of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be ideal if there
We
was
can
like
avoid
a
that.
staggering. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing better now. At the next fellowship thing, I should be able to up my valor or wisdom again, and then I'll have 1 3 and 1 2, so I'll be much more
Resilient to things, yeah.
yeah, much more adapted to things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
ready for things.
Yes. I'm ready.
And we'll all go, Apple's the most experienced in this party, having changed all our other characters.
Yeah.
We'll go,
Yep.
what do you say, experienced person?
Yeah.
Now, you do have an option to bring the book with you to study because you got enough successes. So
Okay.
the dwarves actually offer you the book on the Grey Tower, on the Zerakimbar, on the Watchtower, which
Yep.
your lore master can can make a roll to study each night. However, the cost of that is they will actually run the risk of getting greater fatigue than anyone else as they cross the Grey Waste, because they'll be staying up at night reading the book.
Yeah.
So, Lawmaster, do you want to take the book and study it for secrets?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Very wise decision, can I just say, just to make that super clear. That is the correct
Jane's
answer.
already
Yes.
no risk of losing the book, so it's all fine.
Yeah. So it's a difficult read. So you'll need to make a your target number will be 2 higher than normal when you're trying to read it. Or actually, we could just take a dice off you. Actually, that's probably easier. Yeah, we'll just take a dice off you. So you'll be -1 die on your law rolls.
Is this in Dwarven? Should I stay up late and help him then?
Yeah, have you got law skill of any form? Actually, you've got decent law, don't you?
Dwarves get law.
Oh, I do have a lore skill.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you working together can mitigate the dice. I'll give you that.
Study buddies. So cute.
Yeah, because you can speak, because you can read. It's not so much that it's written in Dwarvish script, which it isn't, because, you know,
They don't do that.
Dwarves don't tend to give anyone access to their writing. But it uses Dwarvish language. It actually, even though it's written in Elvish script, it's actually using Dwarvish words in parts. And so the difficulty in understanding it comes from sort of the transliteration of the word.
Okay.
So you rest for a week while the study continues. Now, if you wanted, particularly those people who now suddenly find themselves flush with cash, actually, if you want to acquire an extra common item to assist you, you now have the option of doing so, because you are actually in a place where you can pretty much buy, well, anything, anything that's not magical, you can buy.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So, if you want to do that, you may.
Oh, yeah. What am I going to do?
So where would we find that in the book? Items to buy.
Around page 79, I think. That sort of area.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Items to buy, but you're talking distinctive items, are you?
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the travel gear, as always.
So I could get some boots to give me a bonus to travel.
Yeah. Where is that list?
Yeah. It's distinctive items. Oh, I think it is, or
It's listed out. Useful items. Any tool.
useful items. That's it.
These items an advantage in game turns. For example, digging a hole. Players are free to choose their useful items, possibly inventing a reason why a particular object is so handy. The item can be some form of consumable or perishable good. Useful items are listed in the player character sheet to determine if they gain. And you start with a number of useful items depending on your wealth. You gain a die where the useful item is relevant.
Yep.
So if you are currently frugal, you'll have 1 item. That goes to 2. Because you're common. If you're common going to prosperous, it goes to 3. If you're 3 going to rich or very rich, it's 4. So, yeah, rich people just stay rich.
Yep.
I'm still 29 off becoming prosperous. So
I could get a second item. That's exciting.
Right.
Yeah, I want a second item.
I'm getting sturdy boots. I think dwarves know how to make sturdy boots.
Yeah, but
to help me with
do
my
you really
travel.
think that the elf is going to wear sturdy boots? Like, I don't want to be difficult.
Oh
but
yeah, no, that's a good point. It is. Yeah.
really not on point for an elf. Look at my iron-shod boots. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, the question is, what can I use for my travel then?
Well,
Because
maybe
I want to get
nothing.
my travel up.
Good.
Okay.
I'd think about spending points on that then.
Yeah. Well, you haven't given us a fellowship phase yet, so thanks.
Exactly. Hey, this is the way the module's written, man. I can only do as the GM what the module wants me.
Yeah. It's not my fault. I didn't question it.
Yeah.
And then we now.
Well, I am a
have
partner in a
got
consulting
identified.
firm now, so you've got to expect these kind of answers.
Yeah. All right. I'll think of something.
So, I mean, if you can come up with something that your character would sensibly make use of, I'm up for it. I'm not. I mean,
Right.
sorry, go.
I was just looking at their examples of useful items.
Mm-hmm.
And I could get a knife for skinning rabbits or salt for cooking to add to my hunting roll.
Yes.
Or what do they have? A coil of rope with grappling hook to climb. That adds to your athletics. A windproof lantern to increase scan.
Mm-hmm.
And
also to be
blah,
a
blah,
windproof
blah,
lantern.
blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A sunstone to navigate in bad weather for extra travel. A rich little hobbit.
Yeah. I actually have
I
a
bet you
travel
could-
bonus. I have my map set.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't need another one. All right.
Oh no, that's for explore. Why is that for explore? Okay.
A detailed set of maps for explore. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Explore's about actually going and looking around areas as compared to travel, which is about going from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the hound has got healing herbs, which adds to their healing roll.
Yeah.
I have healing herbs, yes.
Wow.
That's an example.
That was my one useful
maybe
item as well.
Maybe I'll just get a pipe for insight.
Oh, that's what the pipe does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was carrying that
That's
around
your
this whole
insight.
time.
I've been scratching my butt with that thing.
Yeah.
What's this for? Oh, it just makes
Hard to reach places.
yeah, hard to reach.
That's funny.
Scratch.
Yeah. Hard to reach places. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
yes.
going to get myself a hunting knife, I think.
I take that bonus to
A new
hunting.
hunting knife.
What the heck do I have?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Checking what your useful items are.
I totally forgot. I haven't used this
Yeah.
mechanic at all since we've been playing.
I have a bag of mail and a map set.
Bag of mail. What does your bag of mail do?
As in literally letters.
It's not chainmail.
Letters.
dwarf.
It gives me a
Not
bonus to
chainmail.
courtesy.
Teach you to what?
To courtesy.
Oh, okay.
And that was my inheritance from Bonga.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
I inherited a magical bow and a bag of mail.
Finish what I
I
started.
can see it
Yeah.
now on the
Yeah.
withered Heath. It's like, I never thought I'd be delivering this letter, but I have this letter that I want to deliver.
Yeah.
And
Cave
Harton.
27B on the withered Heath. I just genuinely didn't pick out every B here. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
That's what I expected.
How do you use in Harton?
What do you mean?
In
Harry?
What
Harton?
kind of role? What kind of role
It's
is
hard.
that?
It's a heart roll.
Well, it's when you're trying to inspire people.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
literally to inspire people.
That's what liquor does.
It helps
I
to
see.
enhearten. It helps to enhearten people.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
You share your alcohol around. So it may be less useful now
never gonna
because the
happen.
word share was important in that statement. Share.
Yeah, share.
Bolded. You know how
Yeah.
when you read a sentence and someone's bolded the word they really want you to pay attention to? This is that moment.
Yeah.
So if you are
Ah.
sharing,
It's
less helpful.
Yeah.
It's less helpful. It's not just for me.
I thought it was
My heart.
how
Yeah.
Bonga used to enhearten us on the battlefield. She's like passing over the hard liquor. Then like take a swig,
Yeah.
keep going.
No, Bonga
Yeah,
was Bonga
You
was
funny.
got this.
Bonga was
Yeah.
just genuinely that that positive that you all just vibed off it. That's
Yeah,
what was
Bongo
great.
was like a cheerleader.
Yeah,
They
that's
were
right.
doing like a yeah.
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 Yeah, you did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on you guys. Go well.
You got this, guys. You got this.
And there was doubt.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, she was
Hmm.
really good at convincing other people that they were good at things.
Ah, that is true. She was fair spoken.
She was. She was
Yeah.
very
I might regret doing this, but I might not as well. All right, you can all have a fellowship phase.
What am I going to spend my points on?
I don't know. What are you going to spend your points on?
Oh my god, yeah.
Choices.
Quite a
So
few,
many
actually.
choices.
Now it'll be the whinging about the spend my points on. Anyway, no, I'm just judging. Sorry, did I say that out loud? That was the
In a monologue.
inner monologue. Exactly right. If anyone's interested, I believe raising your
12 points.
your
My
valor
time just enough.
or your wisdom is an option.
Ooh. Yeah, well,
And
I
that
can bring it up to
Oh,
4.
yeah. Going up to 4 points. How much
Valor
does
is
that
now 4.
I now have.
Oh my god!
Which
I
now
can-
blips on the Eye of
can-
Sauron radar as well if you go up to 4.
God.
Wait,
We
really?
should be on the radar.
I think we're already on the radar.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't
Yeah.
need to worry about whether that's something that others are paying attention to anymore.
Where's the chart for how many points things cost?
119.
I can't remember. Is it combat proficiencies cost adventure points, don't they?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
Yep.
I can't upgrade a
Yes.
combat proficiency as well. That's okay. Okay.
Skill points.
Do I want to upgrade one of these to 3?
Oh. I could do one or the other.
So what did you raise, Jason? What did Apple go up in?
Valor is now 3.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. And scan is now 3.
Ooh. You know what Valor 3 means?
It means that I can get new stuff.
It means,
It means that I'm not going to die.
it means you can get a more magical weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I can make my bow more magical.
You can.
Magical.
Yeah.
Because what is
Or I
it?
can make my sword magical. I'm going to make my bow more magical. I'm not going to do the sword.
I love the way you guys min-max the hell out of this. You guys are
Yeah.
all min-maxing the hell out of
Yeah.
it. Like, it's quite funny. I was going to make a comment about the fact that, Buren continues to be the min-max king, but then I had a look at the Hound and went,
Yeah, no, it's actually me.
I may be misspeaking.
There's a
Maybe
lot of
I do
things that
most
Wilfred
likely.
fills
I
in
actually
for.
have even. I actually have even skills in sword and bow.
There you go.
So maybe I upgrade my sword and then I can do okay in both.
Mm.
What page has the magical weapons on?
You can apply one of the virtues from the rewards list.
We might as well have 1 point of courtesy.
So it's on page 79.
Oh, okay.
So the bow is keen,
Yeah.
which means it's more likely to score a piercing blow. But you can actually make it.
I might make the short sword fell.
Well, you could make the.
Or I could
You can
make
actually
the bow.
make the bow
It's-
fell,
Sure, I could make the bow fell, and then it's a fell keen bow,
which means the injury.
which is
number
what it
goes
was
up.
originally.
Yeah.
Which is what Bonga had. But you can only transfer one magic.
Yeah. So you can
thing across.
you can bring it up. So it's got an injury
Yeah.
rating of 16.
There you go. Keen.
You
Fell.
can literally just edit it.
Yeah, I'm editing it in the thing.
And then just increase
Injury
the injury
rating.
number to 16.
To 16.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So now your bow
Yeah.
is as deadly as your short sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome.
So
Oh,
what
yeah.
is an injury rating and a damage rating? How's that different?
Damage is what you do. Injury rating is what I roll against to determine whether I take a wound or not.
Oh, okay.
Injury is what they roll armor against.
I
So
see.
increasing the injury number means that it's more likely to do a wound. Piercing means it's got a higher chance of causing a wound. And then, yeah, the two combined obviously add up pretty significantly. So that bow now causes wounds.
It
Pretty
causes
frequently.
well, yeah. It's got because it's keen. It's piercing blow and a
I'm
9.
just going to make sure that
Sorry.
I've got the effect written in.
So this chart is for if you upgrade your valor. What about wisdom? Is that
Wisdom is you get a new cultural feature or distinctive feature. Yeah.
Oh, is that in virtues?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
is that right
yes,
below it?
That's right.
Must be- oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Jason.
Cultural virtues. Yeah.
Yes. Wisdom increases your cultural virtues. Valor increases rewards. Valor makes you braver. Wisdom makes you tougher to affect with corruption. All right.
Yes, I've got my wisdom and my travel up to 4.
Ooh. Wisdom
Sorry,
up to
explore,
4.
not travel. Explore, not travel.
What cultural trait did you pick up?
That's the question. Because I don't, if I remember correctly, I don't think the woodsmen are in the call book, are they?
No, they're
No.
in the they're in the thing that was released. Hold on. There is a
Yeah, which I don't know if I.
there has been well I do. I mean I've got it.
Yeah.
Just let me I think I've put it in the One Ring folder. Just check.
Oh,
Yeah. The keen effect is implemented on my bow.
Oh. Thomas, I'm thinking about taking upping my wisdom and taking Ear of Arnor,
Okay.
which I need your help with because I to create a marvelous artifact or a famous weapon possessing a single enchanted reward. So I'm thinking that perhaps during our time under the mountain, the dwarves perhaps have found some piece of Numenorian weaponry or some artifact or something that belongs to the Dunedain.
Okay. That sounds legit. What are you thinking of?
I really don't know. I'm
Well,
like,
I guess
because
the
I don't
question
know
is,
what these
what
things are.
weapon? You've already got a magical sword, right?
Yeah, but I can't pass that on to my ear, so I'm thinking to get something that would be like a small weapon for me, but would function as a full-size weapon for Amaranth.
short sword of some sort, or dagger.
Yeah. Would be a lot, or a dagger. Like a short sword for me would be like a long sword for a hobbit, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's funny
Hobbits
'cause
can't
what?
use hobbits can't use long swords, but they can use short swords.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna have to.
So it could be. I mean, it could be the kind of classic Numenorian dagger, which is where the hobbits all get their short swords from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to find the one. No, Strider mode, character life pass. People of the Wilderland. This is it.
Yeah.
I need to download it. This has got your additional cultural things in it, Andy.
Ah,
Pretty sure. Pretty sure this is the one. Bjornings, there they are. And then Elves of Mirkwood, yeah. And then Woodmen of the Wilderland. Yo. Alright, let me just do the obvious. Actually, what don't I just... Yeah.
Does the traits for rewards, does that work only on one weapon, or is that all weapons that you use of the same
No,
type?
it's as in
Just one.
yeah. Like
Like if
keen
there are
and
two
fail.
bows, like if you had two bows, like both of those weapon traits you get would apply for both.
No,
I guess
No,
so. Yeah.
no.
it's tied to the
No.
weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Natty, I've flicked you the PDF
thank you.
via DM on Discord so you can pick it. Okay, so now I'm troubled by this. Hold on, I've got to read the cultural thing for the Numenorians. Dwarves, Menabri, no one cares about Menabri. Range of the North. Heir of Arnor, is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Virtues, here we are.
Help of the Lawmaster, use the rules on page 161. Well, we could just see what the dice tell us.
Huh?
It's a random. It's random. So could actually it could be.
Well, it says here. If I have, it could be a superior fell or a superior grievous dagger, because both of those have Numenorian
Yeah, they are. That's
things,
right.
and it says that like Bane, if Numenorian, I don't know, they Bane against something.
Yeah, which means that it's particularly got bonuses against certain types of creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in much the same way that you have more the spiders. But
Yeah.
you can also get a magic item that just enhances one of your skills in much the same. So, it'll give a... but rarely devoted themselves. Yeah, so Numenorian weaponsmiths were taught by the Nolder in the making of swords, axe blades, spearheads, and knives. They acquired great skill put to good use. Bane weapons describe the instant reward to defeat a specific enemy. If a magical item is of Elven and Numenorian craftsmanship, then it may be attributed one or more Banes, as several special virtues may be attributed to effective against a creature. A Bane weapon provides special benefits against one or more types. Choose two types of the following. So you can choose two. So you can choose orcs, trolls, wolves, evil men, or undead. And then you can do the upgrading thing. So hold on. The magical items and visiting treasury. How famous? First uses it. But you see, you can get dwarvish or elvish made equipment under the Heir of Arnor. It doesn't have to be Numenorian make.
Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of like it to be Numenorian because I think that would be cool.
No, that's fine. So,
Thinking, let's get a superior fell short sword
yep.
and put some. Well, let's have a look. What's
Okay,
Bane?
if the weapon
What
is
am I
of
thinking of Bane?
if the weapon is of Numenorian craftsmanship, add 2 to the injury rating or a bonus equal to the bearer's valor if used against a Bane creature. So what's your
Yeah, that sounds good.
So basically
My valor is 3.
your valor is 3,
Mm-hmm.
but only against. But that means it'll get a
What's that?
a bonus against those against. So it'll use valor
Yeah.
or 2, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
And you get to choose whether it's orcs, trolls, wolves, evil men, or undead.
I'm gonna go with orcs.
2, remember? 2.
Oh, orcs and trolls then.
Orcs and trolls. Yeah, it's a pretty standard setup.
Yep. We often fight them together, so that seems good.
Okay, I suspect that's going to take a moment to make.
Yeah.
Now, you're getting effectively a short sword.
Yeah.
And is this you that I'm looking at right now? It is. Okay, alright. Let me do a duplicate of that, and then I'll create necessary short sword. Okay. Alright, so has everyone done their spending of skill points?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Nearly.
go for wisdom.
And I've got to look at the other thing, which was.
Hey Thomas, I'm going to take the cult. I'm actually going to do my wisdom raise, and I'm taking Memory of Ancient Days, which is the one that is whenever I'm targeted by a journey event, my roll is favoured.
Okay.
And I figured actually it's a nice connection to the Noldor Eldar being in her head and having her memory of the lands. Quite cute.
Okay, alright. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Mm.
Oh.
What am I doing?
Don't know if there's any way for me to declare. It doesn't seem to allow me to declare a different. Declare valor.
Well, I might just add it in and on my character sheet, and then because basically I'll just use this weapon when we're fighting orcs and trolls, and otherwise I'll be using my longsword.
Yeah, for sure. So I've given it hold on. I've given it sort of that. So you know, it's bell area. Change. Alright, so yep. What do you want to call it? Actually, I'll tell you what, you can do that bit.
I will think about that.
But I will dump it on your character sheet right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
It should be there at the bottom.
Mm.
All right. So has everyone spent their experience?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Then I wasn't planning, so I am going to limit this fellowship phase just to be mostly about spending XP.
Yeah.
But I will also give you all because you guys are really low on hope, and I don't think that's going to work. So how much hope do you get back on a fellowship?
Isn't your heart?
Yeah, I think it's your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just your heart.
Yeah, players. Yeah, perform updates. Choose destination. One rank in each skill. Automatic receive a number of hope points equal to their heart score.
My God, I'm at maximum for the first time
Same.
in a long time.
That's me.
All right, so everyone get your heart score and hope back.
Yay.
So make sure you've done that.
Nice.
All right, there we go. I'll probably need to do a quick bit of reading on how to set up that weapon to see if we can make it so it auto applies
Yeah.
injury. We could just add 3 to the injury number, actually.
Yeah.
Now,
That's what I was just thinking. And then because I think it probably still won't do as much damage as my normal longsword.
no, it definitely won't. See that now?
No.
How do you add a new virtue onto the character sheet?
It's drop and drag. So, what's your virtue that you're adding?
Duran's way.
Durance Way.
It's add 2 to my parry
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that?
when I am.
Is it when you're
yeah.
underground or something like that? Is it that kind of?
Underground or in buildings or in cramped
Durance
quarters.
Way. Add 2 to your
If
parry
I'm
when
in
fighting underground or in any cramped quarters, including inside a building.
Like if I'm
Nice.
like if I'm in between something too. I think I'm gonna just kind of build Buren. I didn't realize that they were so similar till just now. To try and just be more supporty for you guys. Because I really like the idea of tanking things for you guys now that you guys are doing a lot of damage.
Mm.
That'd be fun.
Noting that you're still the most deadly combatant in the party by a fairly significant.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to.
So I've
think
dropped
I'm
it
gonna
on your
use a
character
shield.
sheet. It doesn't do anything because it's obviously going to be variable. So you'll just have to, in certain fights, you'll just have to increase your parry.
Okay.
Because
I'll
it'll
remember
only
that.
apply when you're in that scenario. So
Okay.
okay. We do need to give you. Hold on, you've got. Which one are you on? Are you on the Lure of Power or the? No, which one's got Spiteful? Curse of Vengeance. Oh, you've got Brutal now. I'm gonna drop that in.
I'm brutal. Yeah.
It's now on your sheet.
I had that too. So I remember. Thank you.
Brutal.
Brutal.
Brutal Bruin. Okay.
Yep. I don't.
What could possibly go wrong? All right. So now that you've all spent your
compassion.
points and that you've had your heart and you feel like you're ready for the big adventure, they fate you well, they give you provisions, and they send you alone into the wastelands to travel towards the watchtower.
Yeah.
What
Seems
could
good.
possibly go wrong?
I can't think of a single.
I personally can't think of a single thing either. Thank you for backing me up on that, though. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I mean, you know, but we're all friends here, right?
Yeah.
No. All right, so so can I just get a quick rundown then? So Apple, you increased your valor and you made your weapon.
And my scan, not my weapon. And I increased my valor and made my weapon fell.
Yeah.
And I increased my scan.
Increased your scan. Buren, you increased your wisdom. You bought Duran's way with that. And did you buy up any skills?
I want to do song. I feel like I'm the weakest singer.
Then do you have you definitely have the skill points to raise song, and you can raise one
What?
skill.
So when we do the song, does that mean we all have to be successful for the song to
No,
work?
it just means that you don't get the benefit of the song if you aren't successful.
Oh, okay.
Which
see.
of course removes fatigue, as an
What
impact
else
on
do
your
we-
endurance, which is pretty useful.
That
just
is
as a point of-
useful.
point
Yeah,
of
I
view.
guess I'll do that. What else do we need help with, like as a group? Like, are we all pretty?
I'm not seeing you suddenly picking up deep skill in courtesy.
Hey, don't
Definitely
laugh.
not.
I took a point in courtesy.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
your heart
Point.
is your heart number
I've-
18.
No.
Yeah,
Mine's 16.
I've learned to wipe my bottom.
Your pipe.
All right, so are you going to buy song?
Yeah, I want to buy a song. Yeah, so that's 12
Yeah, I
for
think so.
level 3.
Yep, level 3 is 12 points. So burn the 12 and then raise your song by 1. Okay, so Buren can sing better now because he spent time serenading in the halls with the dwarvish miners. Eorith, you've got a magical dagger, which is surprisingly effective against orcs and trolls. But because it's not elvish, it doesn't glow. Because elvish weapons glow. I'm pretty sure it's specifically the elvish weapons that glow, not the...
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So it is a bane weapon. And yes, you add your valor, or whoever wields the dagger adds their valor to their piercing target against those types of creatures. Else it adds 2. And Rovendol, what did you get?
I upped my my wisdom
Cool.
and took the memory of ancient days, which gives me a favoured role for any journey event that I'm challenged with. I remember the old hills and the old glades and everything like that, which I picked up from the Noldor.
Right. Yep.
And I've added 1 to my travel, and I've now got courtesy of 1 as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much it.
And then Hound, what did you buy?
I got my what was it? Not my travel, my explore up to 4.
Wow.
And I took my wisdom up to 4 as well. And the virtue I wanted to grab was the forest harrier, which means that my first on the first round of combat, if I'm in either close combat or making my opening volley, I get favored on that roll.
Okay. But that's only when you're under the eaves, right? So in woodland.
No, that one's just whenever on the first round of combat, I get so on my opening volleys I'll get favored, but never like every round.
Oh, okay. So any attack.
Any opening volley.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if we're in the woods or not. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually nifty. You just need to.
So only during the
remember-
first round of combat. So it's kind of an ambush thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Yes.
Look at you getting suddenly better again at bow shooting.
Mm. I need all the help I can get.
This may
I can.
Yep.
I can barely pull back the string. It's really heavy.
and you do need to remember how your hound works as well,
Yes, I do keep forgetting to.
because it adds to
That,
awareness and hunting rolls.
Hmm.
Forest Harrier. Your opening volos in close combat attacks made during the first combat round of the battle are favoured.
Mm.
So hold on, you get favoured for the opening volley and the close combat attack in the first.
Only
round.
on the first round. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That'll be popular. All right. Okay. So finally, we head north towards the mountains. Is everyone ready?
Let's
Yes.
do this.
Right,
Absolutely.
One last thing. I'm buying a musical instrument for my extra bonus dice thingy, whatever, for being common.
Okay.
There you go.
Good. Seems wise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to create a new travel because it is 29.54.3 because it has to be. So it's journey log. It's 29.54 dash 3 dash the watch on the Heath. Create. Okay, let's add all you guys in. Boom. Oh, sorry. Boom. Let's drag that. And that's 29.54. That's in journey from Erebor to Zin. Oh, sorry. Zirakimbar. That's it. Zirakimbar. Alright, and the days of travel is actually probably way less than 10, actually. Should be 8. Cool. Alright. I've done all that. Don't worry about the cat's ass, by the way. It's all good.
She's just. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, hi, Nana.
Yeah.
Not what people are worried about, she says. Yeah, I know. Ah, there you go. Wow. Ooh, yay. All right. Right, Jason, you can now update that travel. It's in the sheet.
Awesome. Thank you.
So you can.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah. All right. So first things first, then. We are rolling events.
Yay!
And guess what? They're Darklands.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, so it's this up here. That's pretty expected. So can I get a travel roll, please? First of all, from your travel leader.
Woo! Traveling.
Traveling. Bloody hell!
Extraordinary success.
Very nice.
As a matter of fact, yes. They said I can travel from here to here. Let's see. So you can, and it annoys me. Can I get So extraordinary success. Winter, I think it's effectively you're basically doing a winter trip. So it's only. I think you start off with one.
What'd you say?
The travel rolls a failure. 2, 3, 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, all right. And the event is a mishap.
Joy.
All right. So can I get a roll from the lookout? Whoever the lookout is.
Is that awareness? Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what? You know the really good thing about the Memory of Ancient Days? So when you are targeted by a journey event, the roll on the journey event is done as if you were in Borderland, and the roll is favoured. So, well, 2 feature dice, so in Borderland.
Go for it.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Excellent.
That's why I took it.
2 eyes of Sauron. 2 eyes of Sauron.
So I've activated my feature. Hopefully that'll roll 2 of them.
Sure did.
Excellent. Success.
Not 2 eyes of Sauron. Okay, so
This is the whole reason I took this.
okay, so you are now crossing the sort of the withered, kind of heath, effectively. To be clear, this is the most like you have to bring your own food. It's grey. There's a cold wind that just blows across this sort of empty moors, but the moors are really damaged and rotted. Like there's sort of just a general unwellness to being here, which there is, by the way. So you, I think this is right. The where is it? It's the guidance in the last thing, I think.
So what have we just crossed over the fold of the page on the map, have we? Where it's looking a bit rough.
It's looking a bit rough. That's right. You've just gone over the tip.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's nothing good here. I'll try and find the bit where it talks about really bad locations to travel through. This is one of those.
Oh, good.
The bit that talks about what happens when you're in really unhealthy terrain. Well, the cat is really working that. Shadowlands, shadow paths, shadow points. No, it's not shadow paths. It's always the way. The one time you actually need to find something, you cannot find it. All right. Maybe it is under travel. Let me just see if I can find it under travel. That's describing journey events. That's not what we need. Tests, travel fatigue. Perilous locations. Aren't marked with these are considered particularly hard, dangerous tasks. Game sense, perilous, rate of dangerousness. Peril rating. Marching would leave a company inside a perilous area. Stops the perilous sooner than says it before the players have been. Events equal to the peril rating. Once all the events have been resolved, assuming they're marching. They don't really have the. I don't think they do the thing that they did in the first edition rules. Okay, all right, that's interesting. Okay, so can I get everyone, please, to make a wisdom check as you are travelling across these heaths?
Glad I raised that.
Yeah, me
Let's
too.
go.
Yeah.
Remember, you can spend hope on things.
Wow, I should have spent hope on that one.
Well, if it makes you feel better, a 7 would suggest that if you'd added a die, it wouldn't have made any difference.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All
Oh my
right.
god,
Oh
Laura.
my.
Okay, so
Is it me?
yeah, is that me? Is that me? So Apple, you are finding this travel very hard going and very depressing. Please take a shadow point
Awesome.
Well,
as you are trudging along with your companions, feeling no doubt that they are far more in charge of what's going on than you, and you are definitely feeling the sense of exposure.
that was the wrong one.
That otherwise would have been.
Wrong one. Sorry, I rolled a valor by accident.
That's alright, you made it.
Yep.
Oh, you did too, right? Yeah. Okay.
We take to the best places, don't we, Apple?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome. I've loved this first time away from home
Yeah,
adventure.
Yeah.
you insisted
Yeah.
on going.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, see the
I'm
world.
grown up enough to go out into the world.
Now, can I get a? So that was a lookout roll. Yeah, awareness roll. That's perfect. Okay. So on that first couple of days in, you're obviously looking for suggestions of any other groups moving across the heath, and you actually stumble across one. So the elf, you see, you're sort of like keeping lookout and awareness. You see a gully sort of coming up. Looking inside the gully, you find you see that at the bottom of the gully there is a dead orc. Now the orc is injured, was injured rather. It looks like they'd been carrying on for a couple of days. They're dressed in the weapons and armor that you saw the Gallow King forces wearing.
Oh, okay.
Which suggests that there's some portion. Can I get a hunting roll, please, from someone?
You're.
Ooh, I'll do that one.
I'm betting these probably fallen into the gully from either side on the march.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Oh,
I can do that one. Wow.
It is a great
Then I-
success. That's all that matters.
That's impressive.
All right, yeah.
Five
So a quick check of the area around the gully actually suggests exactly that. That a force of orcs, probably with a wagon of some description, were moving north through this area, and this orc did indeed just seem to collapse and fall down the side. Can I get an awareness roll, please?
From me, I can do that. Yep, great success.
Yeah, particularly suits your character. So looking down into the gully, you're looking at this corpse, which is lying on its back, sort of just flopped there, right? And for just a moment, you see kind of the same cold light coming out of its eyes that you've seen a couple of times now.
Yep.
So the Gallow King was inside the body when you were looking at it,
Oh,
but has fled it. You see the light go out.
okay.
Hmm.
I believe the darkness knows that we're coming.
Is hopping because it did like his physical form was destroyed by the river, but his spirit was not.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's right.
He did
He's
the
been
whole,
going around
He knew he could
possessing
possess
dead things.
Dead things. That's right.
He did the
Yeah.
whole rising out of the body, out of the water thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you've been camping out each night quietly.
Mm.
As you move across the heath, you're approaching. You're sort of looking for like a place to camp. You can see a single tree just growing on the heath. It's probably the only one you've seen in the distance by itself, which suggests to many of you that there might be water nearby. And it's getting on towards evening.
Good. We need to get some water.
All right. Let's just stealth it and recon it first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So who's going to be the scouts then?
I would be happy to take a scout roll.
What is that? I could take a scout roll too. Well, we probably don't need that many scouts.
How stealthy are you, Burr?
I have 3 with a target of 15.
And this roll is based on the
Pretty good.
noisiest person. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So the dwarf is actually surprisingly stealthy is the message.
Yeah, damn.
I can hear you breathing a mile away, Buren.
Yeah.
All right, so are
I fart
you,
too, Rovendell.
so is it Buren and
And Apple?
Apple sneaking up?
No, I don't have to. That's more.
I know, if you
Rovendell.
insist. I'll take my favorite stealth with 5 dice and put it aside. I'm all for you practicing. This is great. So
Okay.
I sit
I
down
learned
and
a
start
lot.
smoking my pipe
Watching you sneak
and
around.
watching them make some insight rolls as they progress forward.
All right, let's go, Apple.
Alright.
All right. Can I get stealth rolls from both of you, please?
Awesome. And would I be able to use my burglary feature on this?
You can if you spend a hope point.
Awesome.
Yes. Look at that stealth roll.
I
Oh my
did.
god.
Just a success.
It didn't. Looks like
I
that
did not get a
changed.
single
Exploited
six.
trees. You found every twig on the way to that tree.
I feel like
Yeah.
saying that sometimes it's important to take the chainmail off if you're creeping around, but what do I know? So you both are creeping along. Apple, it becomes very apparent to you very quickly that Buren is not at all stealthy.
Mhm.
And
At
it
least-
gives you anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least not right now.
But he is handy to have with you if the trap goes off.
Yeah.
Just try and move into the field.
That's right.
There you go.
So you're sneaking up
Just
very
push me on top of the
successfully.
bear trap.
You guys are approaching the tree. It's actually sway. It's in the water, and it's just kind of swaying in the water. You can see the wind is moving it. At least that's what you thought at first. Can I get I think scan rolls actually. Yeah, scan rolls for both of you.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh well, he might be as fucking stealthy as a brick, but actually it turns out he's got excellent eyesight.
Eyes
Yeah.
of people.
Okay, so Apple. Ooh,
Apple
ooh.
was distracted.
Apple was distracted. But Buren,
By the noisy dwarf.
you and the tree make eye contact with each other.
This tree has eyes.
So it has seen you just when you've seen it. Because you've both because you've both seen each other. So Apple hasn't picked this up. But yes, this tree has eyes. It's about it's like a tall human about. Like it's not a very big tree, it's a little stunty tree. You're looking at it and it's looking at you.
Apple, that tree is blinking.
The tree's what?
Look. Look closely. It's blinking. How
So-
far is it away from us?
Oh well, reasonable, like not very far. Like you've crept up on it. It's crept. Well, it wasn't actually deliberately hiding what it was, but you guys didn't recognize it. That's fine. It's
No.
yeah, I don't know. You're probably about let's say 6 meters away, so 18 feet.
Can I start walking around it to see if it's like a tree?
Yes. So you start going in a circle around it, and
Yeah.
and Apple, you're like being like Buren's gone. It's not the tree, and you've gone what? And then he gets up and starts kind of doing this big circle around it, and it turns and follows him as he does that. It's like he's watching
That's not
it.
a tree.
Apple is suddenly like, nope, trees don't do that.
Yeah.
So yes, it's clearly not a tree. Well, clearly is strong language. It has very tree-like features, but it is.
But it's not
watching-
acting like a tree.
But it ain't acting like a tree.
Yeah.
I walk back to Apple after seeing it rotating.
Yeah, and it's watching you very carefully.
Did you get a chance to see it from the backside, Apple?
I think you're right. That's not a tree. Excuse me.
Oh, do you want to make
Oh,
an
don't-
insight roll? Actually,
Oh yes, insight roll would be good.
Hmm.
Mm.
because you've been
Go
monitoring
insight.
the tree.
Oh yeah, look at
Extraordinary
that.
success.
Extraordinary success.
Gold standard. Okay. The tree is afraid of both of you. It's very
Okay.
clearly
Tree is
kind
tree
of
is scared.
like watching you and leaning back, and it's now realised there's two of you, which it didn't realise until now. And it is obviously very, very scared of you. Particularly scared of the axe-wielding person in chainmail armour.
Who
Yeah.
would have guessed?
Excuse me. Are you a tree?
Am I... Okay, so make a... I think it's going to be a courtesy roll, yeah?
Awesome. Let's do this.
Great success!
Great success.
Oh, we're back to bonga level rolling now. The halfling reasserts itself into the space. It's naturally.
It's not even fair
Yeah.
spoken.
It's not even fair space. That's right. But you are inquisitive and eager, so
I was so inquisitive
Yeah.
and eager.
yeah, I expect to hear one of those any second now. Anyway, all right. So it doesn't run away as soon as you don't say something, which is
Okay.
it stops and then it looks at you. And you can see that it was starting to move out of the water, but it's now stopped because you've kind of gone, excuse me? And it's gone, oh, that's not the voice of an orc.
Three.
Yes?
Wow.
Talks.
I've never met a tree that could walk and talk before.
And it's got this kind of
Can you-
raspy ancient voice to it.
Can you smoke and drink too?
I don't know if I want to talk to your friend. He's scary. You aren't orcs, are you?
Pull out a pipe. No. Do we look like orcs?
Well,
We're too damn short.
That's that.
a little bit. Well, you do. Anyway, your friend looks like a goblin, but not a goblin. Goblins don't talk the way you talk.
Oh no, we're not orcs and goblins. My name is Apple Brandybuck. I'm a hobbit.
And I'm Buren. I'm a dwarf.
Don't remember your kind.
You don't remember my kind.
I have forgotten a lot.
What are you?
I don't know.
You don't know what you are?
I have forgotten a lot.
You're a tree that talks and winks. You have eyes
So
and speech.
now that you're actually kind of much more engaged with them, you're not sure if it's a tree or just a very old woman.
What?
But it has these weird tree-like features, but it actually looks much... Once you start talking to them, they look much more human. Like their face animates and their body animates, and they cease to look quite as much like a tree, and become much more human looking. They're
Right.
tall, but they're not massive, and they're quite bent.
Mm.
Like they're really old. And you can see on their body there are clearly scars and injuries.
I suppose you don't quite look like a tree. Do you?
I don't know what that means.
Trees are like, they're big and they're made of wood and they have leaves. And they usually live in forests.
I have no leaves that I know of.
This is
Well, then
no
you're probably
forest.
not a tree.
Although when you're looking at her, she's got hair, which sometimes looks like hair and sometimes looks like branches with feathery leaves. Like really thin twigs coming off with feathery kind of growth on them. It's not clear.
Have you always been here?
No.
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 Where do you come from?
I don't know. I remember many more of us, but I do not know where they went.
Oh, I know. Is this out of character? Is this the female trees that mysteriously
It
disappeared?
was.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Mystery.
You don't
Sounds like
know
your wives.
what?
They sound like your wives.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Do you? How long? How many suns have you been standing here? Do you know? Sunrises and sets. Can you
I
recall?
don't count them. Just no one can sneak up on me here. There's nowhere, she says, noting that you guys, well, one of you just did.
Yeah. Apple had a ton of dice to roll for stealth.
Yeah. I suppose that makes sense. I mean, it's pretty open here. There's not many places to hide.
Yes.
Unless you're very little.
Like goblins. Are you sure
And
you're not a
hobbits.
goblin?
I'm not a goblin. Goblins are yucky. I'm a hobbit.
I don't know what that is. It
come
sounds
from
like
west.
you might be goblins. Maybe you're just tricksy goblins. I mean, lots of goblins say they aren't goblins.
What?
But I'm not a goblin.
Exactly.
I'm from the Shire. To the west, past the mountains.
I need to be sure, because you could be a goblin pretending to be a hobbit.
I suppose
What
that
kind
makes
of-
sense.
What distinctive features do you think when you think of a goblin? What distinctive features to you
Well,
come to
they have
mind
rough
when you
skin.
think of a goblin?
They have rough skin and pointy noses and sharp teeth. But my eyes are old, so if you come closer, I can feel your face. And then I'll know whether it's a goblin wearing a person's face or a person who is not a goblin wearing their own face.
I suppose that makes sense. And I'll walk up.
Curiosity.
Can't argue with that logic.
Aaron quickly follows out of concern.
Okay, she reaches out her hand and touches you, and you can feel all these little light tendrils all over your face, like all these little things burrowing into your ears and up your nose and into your mouth and around your chin, and just kind of like her hands are touching you, but you feel all these kind of light feathery touches everywhere.
That tickles.
Yeah.
Aaron trying to.
Very odd
I think
hands.
Yeah, Bjorn, I think, would go to swipe the hand away.
Okay, so do you actually do that, or
He's like super tempted to because it's super weird.
it is super weird? She's very weird. No
Nobody
doubt about
calls
it.
my orifices.
Is it going in her nose? Did
Yeah.
it go up her
Well,
nose?
you don't really.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, you don't see it. You just see her hands touching the face. The little tendrils are like microfibers. They're like you can't see them; they can feel them. So, as far as you're concerned, she's just got a hand on Bonga's Apple's
okay.
face.
Apple's face. You have very odd hands.
Right. Okay. Well, once she finishes, if you don't run away, she finishes her examination. And goes, well, you're not a goblin wearing a hobbit's face.
No, I'm a hobbit.
Hobbit, not hoblit.
Not hobbit. Hobbit.
It doesn't sound like a goblin name.
No, my name is Apple.
I remember apples.
Yes, they grow on trees. I think maybe you might be a little bit of a tree. You don't quite look like a person.
I don't know what that means, but I'm here. Do you want to stay here?
I think we're traveling through, but perhaps me and my friends would like to stay here for the night so that we can sleep. Would that be all right?
Friends, not just the angry one.
Dwarf.
No, we have other friends. They're Eorith and Rovendal and the Hound, and they're people and elves.
Are they goblins?
No, not goblins.
Or orcs?
No orcs either.
What about trolls? What if one of them was a troll? Maybe you don't know. Maybe one of them's a troll pretending to be a person.
I don't think any of them are trolls. We've killed some trolls, and we've killed lots of dwarves, orcs, and goblins.
Okay, well, I do appreciate people who kill orcs and goblins. And trolls.
Let us tell you about the battle that we've just come from.
So if your friends are... I'm happy for your friends to be here.
Well, that's nice. Oh, I'll tell them that they can come over then.
Okay. And she sort of shuffles into the center of the pool of water.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna call over to, everyone else. Guys, there's water and also a tree person.
Interesting. Tap, tap,
Tree
tap.
person.
She's
Is
like
the
an old
person a
woman,
tree?
but she's also a little bit like a tree, and she touched my face to check if I was a goblin.
I see.
Okay. I'm racking my brains to see if I know anything about tree people. Are there any old Numenorian stories about it?
Turns out no.
No,
Not even-
nothing.
Not one. No.
Never heard of
No.
a tree person before.
Tree person before. What on earth? Is it do you think she's dangerous?
I don't think so. She seemed a bit confused, and she said she didn't remember much. But that that where she was safe because things couldn't sneak up on her. Except I did sneak up in her, but that's because I think I'm very little.
You are very little. That's
Probably
true.
you're
I'm
a
not
rabbit or
surprised. All right, I'm gonna go over to meet the tree woman.
Yep. Get over
I
there.
shall bow before her and introduce myself.
Are you a goblin?
No.
What is with your
You seem...
obsession with goblins?
Well,
Well,
they're everywhere. You've got to keep
goblins
your eye.
are horrible.
Maybe you're an orc. You're quite
my-
tall.
No, I am very tall because I am a Dunedain. I'm a wanderer of the Northlands, only I have these last years been dwelling in the great forest to the south of Mirkwood and fighting orcs and goblins and trolls and other more evil things.
Right.
I want
That's a lot.
to push. I want to push Rovendal and like just push him forward and point to his ears and say, "What do you recognize these? Do you recognize him?
Him. It looks like a.
His kind is old."
Oh.
You're one to talk.
Do I recognize?
I point to his ears.
Oh, you're definitely not a goblin.
So you recognize that he's definitely not the goblin, but you don't recognize dwarves, humans, and hobbits, but only goblins and orcs.
Well, as an elf, I have the smells of the woodland, and it's infused.
Hmm.
Whereas the smells of a dwarf are stone and, well, hard liquor, really.
I remember your singers.
We are. I'm quite a formidable singer.
I remember your songs.
Does she start to sing any of these songs?
No.
Okay. Can
You can make a lore roll, and so can you, Hound, by the way. Both of you have various reasons for being able to make lore rolls.
That's there. Bink.
Oh, that was a terrible roll. Wow.
That is a terrible roll. Okay.
I rolled 3 ones.
You know what? The only intelligent trees you're aware of, Hound, are the evil ones in Mirkwood that try and kill people.
I've only met 1 or 2 tree people, and they all sucked.
They all suck.
Remember, a lot of Mirkwood is full of evil trees.
Yeah.
Not all trees are evil. Just
Yeah.
below the road.
Look, I'm just saying.
Not my
You
lived
choose to
experience,
live
says the Hound.
in amongst the evil trees.
Even though you've never met an Ent, Rovendal, you're aware of them.
Yeah.
So you've never met one, personally, but you are aware of their existence.
Okay. All right. Well, I do say to them that. Do we know if it's he or she?
Do we know it's a woman?
Well, they've been defined. They have the characteristic. They have female characteristics.
Okay. So I do say to her, look, I believe that you are actually an Ent. In fact, you may well be an Ent wife, a tree herder, somebody who cares for the trees and the forests. And what you're doing out here, I have no idea. It's perplexing.
I'm here because I'm alone and I'm safe while I'm here.
Do you choose to be alone here?
I mean, I don't remember, but I am alone.
Okay. Would you like us to stay with... Do you mind if we stay with you tonight?
No. No, I haven't talked to anyone in a very, very long time.
Ah, well, you have quite a few stories to hear from us about the world.
Okay.
We can share.
Of course. Well, then. Okay. Do you guys want to make? I don't know. What do you want to make? What type of roles do you want to make? And also, are there any questions you want to ask her? Because just to ask the question.
Well, Firstly, I'd like to find out if there's a good campsite around here.
Oh, well, she gestures around the stagnant pool. The pool itself doesn't look that healthy. You don't think drinking the water from the pool is a good idea. You've got your own supplies.
Yeah.
But you are near a water source and she's there, so take it that way you will.
Actually, being near a water source we know is a good thing in case we have to deal with a particular carriage-dwelling individual.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's true. He doesn't like water.
Drown him.
Yeah.
Drown him in the water. So I'm gonna ask if she's because she seems to dislike the orcs and goblins so much. If she's seen any orcs and goblins passing by in the last few days.
We're tracking them. Yeah.
Well, I hid,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw a band of orcs and goblins going to the north.
Oh,
A few-
good. I think these are the ones we're looking for.
A few days ago, I think. A few sunrises ago.
Mm.
Uh,
Do you know how many there were?
They were a band orcs. They were just orcs. I hit. I mean, but there was something else. They were carrying something, and it's smelt of the darkest things.
Mm.
Old, dark things.
Things. Yes, I can guess what that was. We're hunting that darkness.
Well, it's something
It's
I haven't.
causing.
I remember a long time ago, a similar smell. Yeah, something dark, something old.
Yeah,
But
you
they
must
headed
be
to the
very
north.
old indeed
I
to
might
remember
be.
that.
I don't remember.
Mm. That's so helpful that you told us that.
Well, I'm pleased that I've been helpful. Do you? It would be. And you're hunting them, you said.
Yes.
So are you
Yeah.
going north as well?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Oh, I must warn you, that is very unwise.
Mm. Well, I think you mean it's very dangerous.
Well, yes, but they're travelling into the mountains.
Yes. And that is
Well,
where
what
we
do you know
must
about
travel
the
as well.
Yes, I understand, but there are things in the mountains. That's why I don't
Oh.
go to the mountains.
Well, we are very brave and we are very powerful warriors. We have fought many dark and evil things, and we shall test ourselves against whatever it is found in these mountains.
Yes, your little friend said that you'd fought trolls before.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
many times.
And werewolves, and a vampire, and lots of things.
Hmm.
Well, it's good
Quite a
that you've-
varied roster.
It's good that you fought trolls before.
So there are many trolls up in those mountains then?
Snow trolls.
No trolls.
Snow trolls.
No troll.
Oh, snow troll.
No troll.
I think I've never fought a snow troll before.
Well, I must say, you must be so very careful. They are horrible, deadly creatures.
Most trolls are.
They fight each other. I'm sure they'll fight you.
I'm sure they
Lovely.
will as well.
Well,
Would you like to come with us?
oh no, I'm meant to stay here now. This is where I'm meant to stay.
Waiting for Godot.
No,
Yes.
This is where I'm meant to stay.
Are you expecting somebody, someone, some other
Well,
thing?
it's just this is where I live now.
Okay.
It's just where I live. It's just, but I'm safe here.
A
Yes.
home is
Safe
very
anywhere
important.
else.
Okay, well, let us camp for the night,
No fires.
and we'll talk more about stories about things. And
All right. Can I get you can make song or courtesy rolls or persuade rolls or no song, courtesy, and insight. Song, courtesy, and insight.
Yeah.
a song roll. It's going to have some elven fife accompaniment. Well, that's pretty damn ordinary. Wow.
Wow.
That is
Doesn't
embarrassing.
matter.
Right.
And then we cut down all the trees. No, not really.
That's 2 successes.
Bloody hell.
I'm going to sing about our adventures.
Okay.
One of our adventure songs. All right, you must spend a hope for that.
The wind is just not working up here. It's
You guys are
echoes to the valley.
That's right. The wind is ripping the words.
Buren do it?
Buren do it? Yes, he can.
Yes.
Oh, that's because he's... God, I don't know. What was that? Was that a song roll?
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
song roll.
Isn't he up
It's
and
because
up?
we use all these hard surfaces. You're reverberating your voice off them.
That's right.
Not fair.
Okay. Hound, did you want to make a roll?
Yeah, sure.
And if so, what did you want to roll?
Definitely not song. Would there be a way for me to apply battle to this, perchance?
Not battle, no. But law, maybe.
Law, maybe? Okay, I'll accept that, yeah.
Riddle.
It's a compromise. No, I'm not very good at riddle. I'm much better at law. That is pretty decent.
Stories of
That
the
is
woods.
a very decent roll. All right, so you yeah, so that's a great success. All right, so in return, you get a couple of warnings from her. A really big one is she tells you that each of the snow trolls lives in their own cave, and they're awoken by the smell of prey. So if you stay downwind, you should be able to creep past their caves.
Right.
Right.
And
Good to
then
know.
because you got a total of 6 successes, albeit mostly not through some, she also shares with you that be careful to light no fire and carry no gold, because both draw the attention of the drakes that live in the mountains.
Mm.
So all that treasure we have is, I hope it's not with us. Did we leave it at the dwarf bank?
See, I don't think you did.
No.
I
don't know
did
how it all
Jingle,
works.
jingle, jingle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you guys are carrying treasure on you.
Yeah, I think so
61
too.
treasure.
I think we've got a ton of
And
gold on us.
And I have a finely made dwarven toy.
Oh yeah.
I've got, you know, got all sorts of
Yeah.
goodies.
Right.
Well, so we
What
have
did
to
I-
watch out
All
for
right.
these. What were they? Drakes, wyverns.
Well, we'll just get Burren up front.
Yeah, that's right.
Be the bait.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
I'll hold your guys' treasure.
No, you don't need any more treasure.
Sorry, I should laugh.
With the
That
fact
is,
that every
that is
single
really
step
funny.
you take, your treasure jingles.
I love the idea of Bruin going, I could hold on to everyone's treasure and keep it all safe.
Mm.
And they
Apple looks
all
clean.
moved away from the greedy dwarf. So you could... I will... Actually, I don't know if I should say that. Anyway, if you carry the
Never
treasure...
come up before.
She's warned you that if you carry the treasure, it could be a problem.
All right.
Maybe
Why?
we should
I
hide
wanna
our-
ask-
Maybe we bury it somewhere out here.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that either.
I'd rather die rich.
We can fight.
We're great heroes.
Well, it's
I'm
like
holding onto my
common.
coin. I'm holding onto my coin. Love it. Okay, so you guys are going to keep carrying the treasure just so that we're all on the same page here.
I think we should bury it. I really think maybe we should just leave it somewhere out here. If we bury it and
bury your
hide
treasure?
it, then
And I promise not to look.
Yeah.
Why is he grooming himself with a mirror suddenly?
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's very strange behavior.
Oh. So where would we bury it?
well, somewhere out here.
You could
Yeah.
actually just put it in the water underneath her.
Oh yes, maybe you could look after our treasure.
Well, let's just start with the beginning part about it.
Well, you could.
Let's try and convince Buren with his greed in overdrive to leave the gold behind.
Technically, he doesn't have greed. I
Yeah.
know that's how
No?
it plays out, but actually, Buren is the two steps. The only person who's got a risk of greed issues is Apple McApple.
Wow.
And she's suggesting we
although
carry it
I
all
have
on
a-
one spot.
Yeah, I have a risk, but I also actually have special resistances against it from being a hobbit.
Yeah, because hobbits.
So it
just
kind of cancels out.
Yeah.
whatever. Just
Mm.
damn.
Yeah.
Sure, make a persuade roll.
So, well, I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, so Buren, you don't actually have greed as a thing. Like, you're
That's
proud
true.
and you're brutal and you're violent, but you're not actually particularly greedy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's true.
So
Should we leave
No
it?
more than any other dwarf.
no more than any.
Why?
Good caveat.
Why do I ask the tree? Why do the drakes care if we have gold?
No, they don't. They don't care. They smell it.
They smell it.
Yeah.
Oh,
They smell the gold.
Do you think they eat money?
I don't know. I've never asked.
Hmm.
they smell the gold. Can't they smell other metals then that aren't natural? Seems like a mute point.
No,
I'm-
not that I'm aware of.
No.
I don't know. Once again, I've not spent a lot of time sort of chatting with them to find out.
And what did you say? You said gold and
Fire,
torches,
flame,
fire.
flame, specifically flame.
Yeah.
Would you be so kind as to watch over our gold.
Well, I don't.
I can bring you back something.
I don't.
Of
I don't know if I can I'm not. I can't promise you that I will. I will just stay here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I need to, make sure I can hide.
Well, that makes sense.
Come on. Let's just go. The fact is that we're hunting a dragon. If the drake attacks us, well, if we can't beat a drake, then we're probably not going to beat the dragon.
Well,
That's
I thought we were
true.
hunting a drake, not a dragon.
Yes, technically it could be either. A dragon is simply
Oh.
a winged drake.
Yeah. Okay.
Soon a dragon and a drake is just wings.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, wouldn't we rather if we could not be found by the drake? I personally think that maybe avoiding being found by the drake at all costs would be good.
I feel like this is one of those moments where could we all just agree that we don't want to be I had a plan that didn't involve meeting the drake. Of course, you do know that it is possible to have very friendly it is. I did say very.
Talk with a drake.
But
you can have a conversation.
You can have a conversation. That's where I was going. You can have a conversation with a drake or a dragon.
But wouldn't it? I think it would be best if we were the ones to talk to the drake first, and not if they smelled our gold, because then just the way that sounds, it makes it sound a little bit like they'll come and eat us if we have gold on us, and that makes it hard to talk.
I feel like they'd eat us regardless. Just gold is just a method of finding humans, because humans and dwarves and elves carry gold.
Oh, but you can talk to dragons. Maybe we can talk to the drake and we can say, please don't eat us. We're very friendly, and then they won't eat us.
Yes, I agree, but I think it's better not to surprise a drake than I don't know.
Where shall we bury our treasure then?
I'm afraid that if we bury our treasure, something will happen. We won't be.
We'll never find it again.
Well, you found this pool of water.
Yeah. Maybe we bury our treasure near the water.
And I mean, you're skilled explorers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's bury it. Or are we gonna sink it to the bottom of the water?
You don't know what
bury
the
it
bottom
nearby.
is. Anyway.
Yeah. I'll bury it nearby. We're burying all the treasure nearby.
I think we bury it nearby. That sounds good.
Okay. Is that what everyone is doing?
So the other thing is, what items have you got that have gold on them?
I guess I should bury my toy.
So, Doran, do you have any gold on your axe or your armor or your helmet?
No, gold is an inferior metal for
embellishing.
Embellishing? Not enough, I think.
Practical, not fancy.
Not enough. I see. So you're an expert in cold drake and in drake.
So they won't notice it. It's fine.
I mean, yeah. I think they won't notice.
Okay.
So, out of character, people are burying their gold?
Yep.
I just want to know what we're burying. Are we burying all our armor that's got gold on it as well?
Well, no.
I don't really have any gold on mine.
You're burying your treasure.
I know.
Yeah.
I just have an axe. Maybe if I had a sword, I would probably have like embellished on the handle or the hilt, but not so much on my axe or my shield. Or armor. But it's my gold though. Just in general. I guess if we're poor, we're all poor together. We lose it.
Alrighty.
But who's to say we'd even run into a dragon or a
We're
drake?
specifically looking
What's
for
the
a
chance
drake.
chance? Yeah, these things never happen to us.
they never happened to us.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
how could you possibly lose all of your wealth so quickly? I mean,
One word.
Yeah.
Idiocy.
It's a big world.
All right.
okay.
Well, I
Aren't
think
dwarves meant to be all, aren't you meant to be all, like, scared of dragons?
That's a good point.
Dwarves,
Is it? All right.
I don't think dwarves are scared of dragons. I think dwarves really despise them.
Mm.
they resent them.
Yeah. I don't think scared is the right word for dwarves. I think dwarves
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really. I mean, don't get me wrong. They don't like losing all of their treasure.
What is
But-
my hold on? What is my feat? Hold on. Let's see. Proud to a fault. And spiteful.
Yeah.
Brutal. I don't think Buren would care that much, to be honest. Fierce and proud.
No, I don't think. This is my point. I don't think Buren is afraid of a dragon. I think Buren might be very happy to try and kill one at some point.
Yeah.
Possibly at the expense of everyone else. That I could believe. I can believe
Yeah.
Buren, like, he's got this one chance to have the swing with his axe and he's going to take it. You know, I can believe that. That I can believe. Very easily. Because, you know, Buren and dragons.
Terrible creatures.
Terrible creatures. Well, and indeed, they are emphatically terrible creatures. They were created by the Dark Lord to break the siege of Angmar and or whatever it was called, Angband, and, you know, destroyed the Elvish Noldorian armies in the First Age, and were then finally thrown down by effectively the gods. So yeah, no, not great guys. I mean, you know.
Okay. So I guess you guys have to convince me, and if you do convince me, I think I have a plan. For what we can do with our gold.
Okay, I didn't realize it would take this long. What do you guys want to do? Just do what
Well,
you
just
wanna
bear.
We haven't had money before, so we're not used to dealing with it.
do. Well, yeah.
Just put the gold in the ground.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you putting
Or-
the gold in the
All
ground?
right.
Or
Or
I can call upon the great eagles and I can fly our gold.
do you really
You're
wanna...
using your one favor.
Yeah.
No.
This is generational
We
wealth
have to
we're
go on the
carrying.
ground. That's it. I'm leaving.
This is generational wealth.
Come on.
What
We're
if
gonna
we
fight
lose
a
it?
dragon, and you're worried about we might lose our money?
This is like the wealth to
Eagle's
buy
name again?
homes and land.
What was the eagle's name? FedEx or something?
Guahia, king
You're
of the
not
eagles.
I will just say it would almost
Not go
certainly
down well.
it would almost certainly be an insult to
Yeah.
the
Guahia.
eagles to basically
And
use them to
Guahia.
carry your treasure away.
But would it be out of character for a dwarf?
All right. Well, let's stash our treasure. The fact is, I think he used stealth to stash things anyway, and I think we've got stealth up the wazoo. So
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it then.
Okay, so you bury your treasure
Yes.
and you head north into
Yep.
the mountains.
Yes, finally.
Okay.
Come on, let us go to the mountain.
And
I want to
that's
beat up a snow troll.
or not. Are you going to go out of
Or
your way to avoid the snow trolls?
yes,
Yes, because we've got a bigger enemy to face off against.
All right.
we'll
Can I
leave them in their natural habitat.
Can I get a travel roll, please?
Yeah. Do-do-do. Ah, great success.
Hey, that's good. Alright,
Yeah.
so yes, you definitely make it into the mountains. You're now moving through what are these deep kind of gullies and valleys. It's actually very similar to the mountains of Mirkwood terrain. So it's
Right.
kind of strict, like the mountains are kind of bare of growth. And like it's like there's no natural sort of plant growth on a lot of these mountains. It's been burnt away and withered, possibly the presence of dragons in the nearby vicinity. You can go out, so you can actually go out of your way to avoid them. Yeah, so basically you all need to make stealth tests. But because of the
Alright.
warnings that you've received, everyone gets a bonus die.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yay.
Well, oh my god. Uh-huh.
Can we do it? Come on.
I didn't see anyone fail yet. Hound, did you
Who's
roll?
left? You didn't roll yet.
Down.
Oh, sorry, it hasn't
Oh
come.
my gosh. Don't make me lose my gold.
Is it with your bonus dice?
Click.
Oh, sorry. That was
You
no.
didn't roll.
Wait, no, I didn't add in a bonus dice. No, I thought I clicked on it, but didn't add it in.
/R. D6.
Roll it down.
Yep.
the
Slash
D6.
R D6.
Yeah.
What is the target number?
You only need to get 3 and you're good.
All right, we're good.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right. You're creeping through the gorge. Second roll, please. Same.
Oh my gosh.
Same roll?
We won't make
Don't
it.
forget your bonus die
Yeah.
this time.
Don't forget the bonus die. Yeah.
Yes.
How much hope do I want to spend?
39.
Oh, no.
Oh my.
Wow. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about my hope then because we're going to be discovered.
Can I lend my successes to other people? I made 3 successes off that.
Did you? Oh, because you got stupid high, didn't you?
Yeah, I used my wazoo skill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
Considering
I'll
they're
tell
only
you what, I'll give
marginal
you,
failures.
normally I should just activate it now, but I'll give you one. So you get one more roll. Remember, you can spend hope. Hound.
Yes.
You might want to.
It did not help.
It did not help. 2 ones.
It did not help.
It's,
Oh my
I'm
god.
only a 36.
That was a
this time.
terrible roll.
Again, 3
We're
successes.
rolling.
Buren, did you roll?
No. Will it matter?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a
Alright.
success. That's good.
Okay,
Awful, I can
you're
imagine.
almost through. You're almost through, and nothing. You've heard some stirring, but nothing's come storming out of any holes yet. One more round. There you go. I'm giving it away. Stealth rolls again, please.
Oh, only a 26.
Stealth.
By 1 point. I got it by 1.
That's a success.
Okay. It takes you. Like, you have to step your way through it, and man, you roll really badly because your target number's not that low. I mean, not that high.
No, it's not. It's just rolling terrible.
Okay, you're actually able to navigate the gorge without waking up any snow trolls.
Yay!
That's funny. I heard that from the kitchen, Jess.
Okay, so the next thing you see is this. I've actually got it set up.
Right, we should close this so I can see it.
Oh,
Hive of scum and villainy.
all right, and
Wow.
yeah. Can I get? I need to roll that mishap, but I also need you to make a couple of law rolls for me, please, Hound. Sorry.
Law rolls?
Yes, for your reading of the book while you're traveling. But let me just
Oh, yeah,
do
good
this.
point.
Oh,
Let me
yes.
just do this first.
Mhm.
I'm
yeah.
just gonna roll.
Add my help to it.
Oh, all right. Does that have to
Dark
re-roll
Land
that?
Lookout
I
Mishap.
think it does, and I then have to choose it as a borderland. That's sucky. Which means it's a shortcut. Right. Okay. Okay, so I actually rolled the lookout twice, and I've re-rolled it because of your borderland ability. So it's actually a shortcut. So you guys have actually only acquired 3 fatigue.
Oh,
When you see this, can I get 2 law checks from you, please?
with Burren's
Hound.
help.
Yes. Well, no, Buren's help was to remove the -1 die
Oh, okay.
that they would have suffered for trying to interpret dwarvish words.
Yes.
Right.
Alright, law.
Yeah.
There you go. Success.
Okay, so you got 1 success. And I need to roll / 1, 2, 6. Boom. Okay, so the upper level of the watchtower is a great chamber where 8 tunnels meet and 8 windows look out over the world. Each of the tunnels has a separate door that can be opened or closed independently. When the wind blows, the tunnels become musical instruments and the mountain produces powerful sounds originally used by the watchmen in the case of direst emergency. So they could actually use the tower to signal across the heath of attack by closing and opening the doors. But the ingenious device can prove very dangerous. When the wind blows from the north, make sure not to open the north, the south, and the northeast doors simultaneously, or the mountain's howl is so loud as to be dangerous and cause harm to those in the Great Hall.
Right.
Unless we do an Odysseus and stop our ears up with wax.
Yeah.
So I will leave it for you guys to interpret how that might be of use as information.
Yeah.
I put it
As
in
a way
the chat
to make
so
it
you can
dangerous
find
to
it.
be inside.
There you go. It's in the chat. Actually, I'll put it in the journal.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I might do with it. All right. And then can I get a second law roll, please?
Sure.
As you're studying the book.
Success.
Okay. So it's not quite so. Yep. There you go. So that's now in the notes. 4. No, we'll re-roll that because you've already got that piece of information from. It really wants me to give you a 4. All right, I'm giving you a 3.
For goodness sake.
A secret vault was built when the tower was carved out of the mountain. It is in the last bedchamber on the left, and the entrance is hidden in the floor.
Okay.
So those are the 2 secrets you've uncovered. Not gonna lie, one of them's particularly useful.
Yeah.
and it ain't the treasure vault one.
I was going to say, we could easily store our treasure there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are coming up out of the gully. You see before you this in the distance the tower with smoke rising from a number of the holes, suggesting that something or someone has moved in.
Yeah.
At the same time, and we're actually going to end on this because it's already 2:00.
2 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, also, can everyone? Sorry, one last thing. Can everyone make wisdom checks for me, please, to resist corruption?
Wisdom to
Resisting corruption.
Yeah. Okay, well that's a yes.
What's that?
It's frustrating. I have to remember every time that my wisdom is favored. Because there's no way to implement it in the actual thing just automatically.
How do you make your wisdom favored?
Well, it's a cultural
It's
trait for
box.
the apple.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
super
hobbit.
useful.
Hobbit ability.
Yeah. Super useful when you remember it, to Apple's point.
When I remember it, yeah. Yeah.
Alright. You see smoke rising from the upper levels. The watchtower is being occupied. Even as you step out of the gully, appearing directly in front of you is the shade of a middle-aged Northman dressed in tatters. He stands motionless, but his clothes moved as if touched by an intangible wind. Both and Buren, as the only person who hails from the right area, you instantly recognize him as the old master of Lake Town. The one who fled north with the treasure when the dragon attacked Lake Town and was never seen again.
What?
And that is where we stop.
Cool.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Awesome.